I've got a big update for you when it comes to crypto regs. That's right, they might be delayed even more. The United States government's facing a shutdown which may threaten crypto. Yeah, we're talking it would crash things. We'll talk two big XRP stories. One of them, not good at all. The other one, super bullish. We'll talk price action along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And let's not forget, Stellar also has Meridian going on. There's something juicy coming out of that. I'll share some updates with you, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. BNB's got a new record. Altcoin season looks hot AF at 77 out of 100. But before we get into that, like the two big stories with XRP, your comments come first. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. Speaking of Stellar, Wake Up says people might care more if they weren't constantly finding out that for every real asset, there were 20 plus scams. That's right, we got PayPal's PYUSD on Stellar's chain. Here's the problem. It's all filled with scams. We still have to fix these problems. And it doesn't seem like anyone's interested in fixing them. That comment came from Twitter. My information is linked to everyone down below. R. Schmidt, channel member, says, Happy Saturday, Klaus. XRP is flat, surf is up. Well, I've got a metric to share with you in regards to XRP. It's definitely not flat. Well, we'll get to it. And happy Sunday, by the way. Like I said, altcoin season index is 77 out of 100, but crypto volume slipped to near nothing. Why? Traders are getting ready for two things. A delay in regs, we'll talk about it, and the United States government shutdown, which could rock this shit out of crypto. Volume right now, $103 billion. Yeah, kind of slow. And by the way, with the altcoin season index, remember, all this means is that over the last 90 days, these cryptos are performing better than BTC. So you can still have a red day. It just means the altcoins are less red than BTC. BNB smashes past the 1,000 mark to new all-time highs as Bitcoin slips further. Oh, we talked about that on the channel. Look at BNB making a move here over $1,000. Yeah, look at the 1 month chart. Look at the one, that's the 1 year chart of BNB, everyone. What a strong move. And by the way, we've also got Coinbase wanting to come out with their own utility token. So what's going on with the crypto bill? Well, we've got some more delays. And yes, even though we've got majority rule in the Senate and the House and the presidency, so we could get stuff through quickly, these bills require 60 votes in the Senate. Which means what? Yeah, which means you would need some Republican voters and Democratic voters to go along with it. Well, mostly Democratic voters. You know what I'm saying. The Republican voters are going to do it anyways. So if the Democrats hold out, that bill won't pass. 12 Senate Democrats are calling for a more inclusive and bipartisan process in drafting the crypto market structure legislation currently making its way through Congress. In a recent statement, lawmakers urged Republican colleagues to allow for genuine collaboration. Yeah, they want a seat at the table. The statement was signed by key figures such as Gillibrand, Booker, Gallego, and Mark Warner. A bunch of them are saying, look, you're not going to get our votes. You're not going to pass regs unless we actually get active participation for it. The Democrats' request is clear. They want to see at the table not just the ability to offer comments on a bill written solely by Republicans. Reports indicate that Democrats are seeking closer coordination with the Senate Agricultural Committee, which oversees the CFTC, in order to strengthen regulatory oversight of the growing crypto industry. The Democrats want more oversight in spot markets and want clearer guidelines when the SEC can classify the crypto as a security. Oh. In a notable shift, the Democrats are also seeking to prevent elected officials and their families from profiting in crypto. We've seen this, and they basically just want to stop the Trump family and others getting into crypto. But yo, it's cool. Inside trade stocks all you want. Well, here's another problem we got. They're not going to be working too actively on crypto regs if what? They're trying to figure out what to do with the government shutdown. The Senate rejects both parties' bills to avoid a shutdown, leaving the next step uncertain. The Republican plan, which passed by GOP-controlled House vote of 217 to 212 earlier Friday, fell short of the 60 votes needed to break the filibuster in the Senate. The vote was 44 to 48. Whoa! With John Fetterman, the only Democrat to vote yes, and Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, the only Republicans voting no. So see, that's what I'm saying. You don't have full Republican alignment on this stuff. So even when it comes to spending, the Republicans are partially divided too. The failures underscore the divide between the two parties and leave Congress with no clear path forward to avoid a government shutdown, which is set to begin on October 1st. So for the next week and a half, you're going to have extreme volatility in risk markets like crypto. Why? A government shutdown will wreck crypto prices. Yeah, not good. Speaking to reporters in the Oval Office on Friday, President Trump repeatedly bashed the Democrats before saying, "We'll continue to talk to Democrats, but you could very end up well with a closed country for a period of time." Well, here's part of the problem. We've been kicking the can down the road for a while, and I remember, too, how the Republicans didn't want to raise the debt ceiling while the Democrats were in control, and now the Democrats don't want to raise the debt ceiling while the Republicans are in control. You're getting your medicine back in your face. I'll keep you updated with this one. Pundit says XRP to reach $10,000 without a doubt. Jesus, people are fucking stupid. Why? Because we're at $2.98 right now. I don't know why people are picking 10,000. Maybe they should pick like 9,500, a different number. In recent months, price predictions for XRP have gained momentum, especially after the asset jumped nearly 600% between November 2024 and January 2025. But why did it pump? It pumped on REGS, right? A new president coming in who's going to be pro-crypto. The idea that we're going to get some REGS. Now, as REGS stall, what do you think is going to happen with prices? Yeah, they're going to stall until we get the new regs. Now, for XRP to go to 10,000, come on now. Can we be realistic? It's going to be hard, especially when the XRP burn goes to zero, which means no one's using it on XRPL. So for all the people out there that have been saying, bro, the burn rate's going to make us all rich. No, it's not. In fact, I've got the burn rate up on the screen right here. Look at this. Look at this shit. In the last month plus, the burn rates, this is daily, all right? 224, 529, 327, 506, 224, 623, 601, 536. That's not hundreds of thousands. That's individual. 536 XRP burned in a day. You're not going to fucking get rich off of that shit. So I don't know where these players are going to go with their 10,000. No one is using XRP. Listen to this. The quantity of XRP burned as fees has drastically declined over the last 3 months, becoming almost insignificant at this point. And this isn't me being negative. This is me sharing with you the news. So as you have fucking knob gobblers out there trying to get, to wreck you with hopium, oh, we're going to go to 10,000. How if no one's even fucking using the product? As of September 21st, data indicates that only 163 XRP were burned in a single day, which is a significant decline from July and early August peaks. Oh, okay. XRP lacks a protocol level or community-driven mechanism to speed up burns in contrast to Ethereum or SHIB. Since burn rates are nearly zero, the effect of supply reduction is essentially meaningless. This calls into the question one of the bullish theories that applied to XRP, scarcity through destruction. No, it won't happen. We're just not using enough. And this isn't me making up data. This is from XRP Scan, which is all linked down below. So, in one end, you got hopium pumpers out there who want to get rich off of you. And yeah, a lot of these people are selling courses on how to trade XRP. So they're not making money off of XRP. They're making money on selling you the courses. Think that XRP is going to move, which it could. But it's going to move on regs and it's going to move on big macros, not on burn, because the burn rate is essentially gone. In fact, if you look at transactions, right, number of payments, they're not there. Transactions aren't there. XRP burned as fees isn't there. This is not good, everyone. XRP's volume, 3.36 billion over the last 24 hours. Yeah, we're under that $3 mark, but we're so close to the $3 support level. Oh, but here we go, bullish. Analysts predict a 200% surge for XRP, potentially reaching $9. But no one's using it, and the burn rate is essentially insignificant. And as you can see, I mean, we've really fallen off since the 18th of August. But yet players out there are trying to get you to believe that, oh, we're right. No, you know what we need? We need the regs to happen. So just throwing it out there. The regs have to happen. We got to get out of this government shutdown. We got to get rates lower, and we got to get those ETFs going. Then we could start talk big price action about XRP. But right now, with the burn rate like this, ain't no one using XRPL. So the burn rate has been garbage here for the last month plus, and it's because no one's really using XRPL. Now, granted, speculation with XRP is a little bit different than XRPL. There's not a tight correlation with it, but again, everyone out there saying, oh, there's going to be a supply shortage. Oh, there's going to be a supply squeeze. Oh, all that kind of stuff. Well, it's not going to happen. We ain't burning shit. I mean, come on. Burning 200, 500 in a day? What is Ripple releasing their escrow? 400 something million? Do the math on that. We're going to be like 200 plus years old before the burn rate even matters. Now, That being said, we could be bullish all we want about calling for a $10,000 XRP, $100 XRP, all that kind of stuff. We need regs. That's stalling right now. I'm going to have more updates with you as it happens. We need what? Better economic conditions. Well, we're kind of risking recession right now, so oh shit. We need ETFs. That's coming around the bend. I like that. And to be honest with you, with the regs, let's hope the Democrats just don't simply stall it. Why? Because they want a seat at the table. They want to make sure the Trump family and others in Congress aren't able to play the crypto market. But it's cool to play the stock market with insider trading. Thanks, Pelosi and her husband. I like what you done here. Now, I got to be honest with you. I'm still bullish for XRP, but not on the price squeeze. And not with this $10,000 garbage junk. It's become a joke at this point. In fact, a lot of you are letting me know in the comments down below that you're getting tired of the hopium, because hopium isn't news. And see, I brought you news today. So today you learned about the burn rate sucking. You learned about BNB rocketing to all-time highs. You also learned about what? Oh, crap. In the next week and a half, we got to be careful. We can't be talking $10,000 XRP if we don't even know if the government's going to be open. And regulators aren't really happy with how the regs have been written, and the Democrats still have enough control in the Senate to stop that from happening. In fact, we've even seen when it comes to like budgetary stuff, we don't even have full Republican support. So, $10,000 XRP, maybe 10,000 pesos. Possible. I don't know what that converts to United States dinero. No clue. Either way, I'll keep you updated with the news as it breaks. So let's have some fun today. Happy Sunday and choo-choo bitches.